Time for Dodger Baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis score. What a snap. This is what an ace looks like.
And tag out is Riley, a double play.
Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
And welcome to the Dodgers Nation postgame show. I'm your host, Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. Thanks for rocking with us after the Dodgers sweep Diego. They win by a score of 4-0. They keep pace with the San Francisco Giants in the NL West. They remain 2.5 games back, but the Dodgers record improves to 81-47 on the year, a season-high 34 games above 500. The Dodgers are rolling right now. We've got lots to get into, but what is up with San Diego, Sad Diego, Sham Diego? We can go on and on for days, but the Dodgers, they body slammed Diego, a 3-game sweep, and this Padres offense was absolutely atrocious this entire series, but the Dodgers tonight was all about Mr. Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer was shoved Diego tonight, and he just dominated the Friars. It was an absolute gem, a brilliant, a virtuoso performance. He's now 4-0 with the Dodgers, and you can see why the Padres won in Bally, but we got lots to get into, but let me get a Let's Go Dodgers, and let me know, I like that, Slump Diego. If you guys bring the Padres puns or whatever it may be, the nicknames, you know I love that stuff. You're going to get some fire takes. You're going to hear finish them. And you guys, that's why Dodger fans are the best, because the Padres fans can come into this chat like they have been for months now, talking a big game, talking about the Padres are going to go to the World Series. But, hey, I think they might not even make the postseason at this point. Things have changed. How about that ovation for Max Scherzer at the end? But here we go. Carlos, feels great watching them cry, not going to lie. Great pitching tonight. Yeah, by the way, give me some broomstick emojis down below in the comment section. I would really appreciate those. Maybe they can use that broom to maybe dust off that swag chain, because we didn't see it very many times this series. For the series total, Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr., they went a combined 2 for 26 with one extra base hit. That 2-run shot that tied the game yesterday by Fernando Tatis Jr. off Corey Knebel. But then Fernando Tatis Jr. clearly doesn't look like himself. I think he still is going to hold on and win the MVP, and that's pretty much why I think they're even having him in there at this point. They want him to have that trophy, but this team just does not look like the same team that we saw early in the year when you had all that energy, when you heard the beat, LA, all that stuff. Well, things are back to normal down in San Diego, and by that I mean the Dodgers fans have taken over Dodger Stadium South. The Dodgers are beating the Padres, and we'll see. Maybe the Dodgers currently are they're currently 6-7 against the Padres on the year. So look, they have a chance to take that season series. And I think they're going to do it. So here we go. Back to the comments. Don't effing touch me. I like that. Yeah, don't effing touch me. Well, you know who didn't touch them? The San Diego Padres. They did not touch Max Scherzer tonight. He ends up going 7 2/3 innings, allows just 2 hits, had 10 punch-outs, and he was fantastic all night long. He was 20 for 26 on first pitch strikes, got 17 swings and misses on the night. That cutter, that slider, that fastball combination, he was dominating hitters, had big punch-outs and big spots, got a big double play ball, with a Justin Turner and Trey Turner there, which was really nice play there. And we're gonna break down the entire game, but let's get back to this comment sections. That's my boys in blue from Tony Perez. Nothing like a little spring cleaning to take out the garbage, Pat Mattson. Look, some people might think, oh, the Dodger fans are hard, this and that, but no, this Padres fan base. How about a Joe Musgrove? Hey, can we get Joe Musgrove on the line? You said after the trade that you still thought that you had a better team than the Dodgers, that you were happy with this roster. Well, how is Adam Frazier doing? And you missed that opportunity to get Mad Max, and I don't know what happened, but big shout out. Game ball goes to Ken Rosenthal. I don't know what he did to make that fall through, but if he did anything, I would appreciate that. But here we go. Now we just got to get the Giants to lose a few. Mike Cardoza. Yeah, I feel like I watch the Giants games pretty much as intently as I watch the Dodger games these days. And today it was just the Mets, man. That team is just, you almost feel bad for the Mets. I mean, I know people call them the LOL Mets, and you think maybe that's just a funny nickname, but they do make a lot of mistakes. And tonight they were trailing 3-2. In the bottom of the 8th, had the bases loaded, couldn't get that tying run across. So the good news is the Giants head to the ATL to take on the Braves. Dodgers will host the Rockies. So you hope that the Braves, who lost a few to the Yankees, they'll want to go and dominate that Giants team and get some wins, and hopefully the Dodgers can take care of business against a Rockies team that's one of the bottom feeders of the league. I'm a Broom Boy, Base Lord. What up, Base Lord? 6 in a row heading into the series against Atlanta. Go Dodgers, City of La Mirada. Yo, D-Mac, happy Thursday, my dude. Anthony Keene, what it do, my man? Sweep from Cooperstown with love from Jeff Lane. Thanks, MLB, for the freebie. Great play by Max and the boys in blue. Let's go Dodgers. You seem like you one of these. There we go. Moose 1032, Pollo offensive MVP, and Urias Bueller, Scherzer MVP pitching this series. Yeah, Moose 1032. What if I told you before the season started, before the series started, that A.J. Pollock would have more than double the amount of hits that Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. would have? Would you believe me? Fernando Tatis Jr., like I said, he had that one hit on he had the one home run tonight. FTJ, I believe he goes 0 for 4. Yeah, he goes 0 for 4. Had those strikeouts, and Manny Machado goes 1 for 4. Got that little single at the end. But yeah, I mean, this Padres offense, they end up going 2 for 33 with runners in scoring position during this series. They end up going just 9 for 111. They hit they hit 81 this series. So all the credit in the world goes to this Dodgers pitching staff. Yesterday, the bullpen, they showed up. They showed out down in San Diego. 9 in the third innings of no-hit ball. I think we should get a notable achievement, just like Bumgarner got for that 7-inning no-hitter. And they were fantastic. And how about the job that Dave Roberts did? Because you know we're going to talk a little bit about that. Chase Tingler, he burned through his bench too early. He didn't make that double switch. And Dave Roberts said, okay, well, it's amateur hour here down in San Diego. So, you guys think Dave Roberts is a problem. If you guys had Chase Tingler as your manager, I don't know what you would say, but it would not be pretty because, Slump Diego from Blue Magic. We got Body Slam Diego. That's what I'm talking about. Sweep. We got Smell Diego. Sweep. What a sweep. I love it. D-Max Slap Diego. Okay, let's not get violent here, okay? That like those Padres fans getting all violent, fighting each other. What's up with that? Don't fight at baseball games. Don't put hands on people. There's going to be legal ramifications. You're going to make our fan base look bad, but just don't do it because I don't want to see you guys get hurt. Lots of broomsticks from Hannah. We got Julissa, a lot of broomsticks. Patrick Cullen, broomsticks, smiley faces. Whatever happened to Slam Diego, Fredo, crickets is what happened. Go LA, we got Anthony Keene. Lame Diego, our pretend. Hey, Lame Diego, I never heard that one. And we've gone through so many that anything new at this point just makes me smile. Anthony Keene. Lame Diego are the pretenders. They ain't making the postseason. That is coming in hot. I would play that song, but we can't afford it. Mrs. Hill is sad. Sham Diego from Deborah Young. What's going on, Deborah Young? Deborah Young rocks with us from Florida, so you know she's not messing around. You guys thought it was late yesterday. She's out there chilling at 12:24. Doug, gotta love this show. Thanks a lot, Nicholas Ramos over on Periscope. If you're watching on Periscope, be sure to retweet the show. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button. Subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel at youtube.com/Dodgers Nation TV. Got Fake Diego from Carlos. That's more like it. Straight punked the pods from Blue Magic. We got Diva. Every time that Machado cries, an angel gets his wings. Okay, now you just gotta finish it. You better stop it. Viva LA is what I heard. Dodger Stadium South is back. Look, it's the Dodger Stadium South. I call it the Dodgers Beach House down there in San Diego. And you saw yesterday the Let's Go Dodgers. That chant was alive and well, and they tried a weak little Beat LA chant. It got drowned out really quick. It was so cute. They had some motion graphics there on the screen. I just want to know, how cheap is it going to be to buy a Beat LA San Diego Padres t-shirt. Those are going to be going for like half a penny. They won't be able to give those away. Maybe they'll have them as a giveaway or something. Maybe we could use it to wash our cars or something like that, but those are not going to be going for very much money. But Free Jack and the new crack. Oh, yeah. Shout out to my man Max Scherzer, like our guy said, Nomar feeding the people. Verdell Newsome, it looks like the division title may come down to those games between the Giants and the Dodgers. Verdell Newsome, Labor Day series, it is going to be must-see TV. Look, I don't know about you guys. I would rather have a 4 or 5 game lead in first place and start thinking about the postseason, but I am enjoying scoreboard watching and having every game count, having it have a postseason-like electricity with each and every game. The sense of urgency is there. You feel it with these players. The lightning, the switch has been flicked on. This team is in championship mode. Second best record in Major League Baseball, 81 wins on the year. And but you're right. I think that we'll see what happens if they can. I do think you have to believe that the Giants won't sweep the Atlanta Braves. If that happens, give them all the credit in the world. They're a tough team. They hit dingers. Their pitching, I feel like, is just getting close to cracking. Gosman hasn't been that same guy in the second half, same as DeSclafani. And Jake McGee, he had that bad error by Dickerson in the play by Belt. They didn't catch yesterday in foul territory. But I wouldn't trust him, a guy that throws 90% heaters. So I do think he might crack, and I just think that the Dodgers, they'll come home. They got to get focused. It's Major League Baseball. Weird things happen. You can't win every single game, but I do think this team's going to come home focused, and I do think they are going to gain some ground by the end of the week. Now, will they completely move into first place? Tables would have to turn. They would have to run the table and hope that Atlanta goes crazy on the Giants and takes care of business with a sweep of their own. But I do think we could be looking at a 1.5 to a half a game deficit by the end of this week. And then you head into that big series in early September. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it because the Dodgers are going to go up there. It is going to be a postseason-like atmosphere. If you're a Dodger fan thinking about making that trip, get on the road. We need Dodger Blue in San Francisco. Think of it almost as like a college bowl game. I want as many Dodger fans in the house as humanly possible, but it's going to be big. But Elijah and Anthony, D-Mac checking in from Vegas. What up? Hey, man, you're in Vegas? Put your money on the Dodgers. That's what I do. Chipe Kelly, facts from Creed. Way to pay back the sweep and show who's boss. Yeah, I mean, that was a nice way to avenge getting swept. And you saw the Dodgers, they had lost 4 straight to San Diego. They had pretty much their worst loss when they blew that big lead to San Diego at Dodger Stadium earlier in the season. They were up 7-1. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. That the Dodgers were able to go up there and play focused baseball, quality baseball. It was nice to see Mookie Betts back in the mix. You're seeing the impact that Trey Turner has had on this team. That cannot be understated. In the 2 trades, I mean, you see what Adam Frazier has done for the Padres? He's laid an egg. He's been an absolute bust for them based on what they thought they were getting. They thought they were getting an all-star, one of the best hitters in the league. He has not performed. Meanwhile, Trey Turner, in the last 12 games for Trey Turner, he has 16 hits. That's 5 more than Corey Seager, who's in second place. So he is way out front when it comes to leading this team in hits. In his last 12 games, Trey Turner hitting .320 with an .832 OPS, 5 doubles, had his first home run. I was at that game. Didn't see it because I was getting some micheladas and a Dodger dog. Actually, I was getting a beer, but good times. But Machado's a bust. I wouldn't say that. Machado's a good player. I mean, defensively, he has a cannon. I think offensively, that's where we can start to look at Adam Frazier in this series. He goes 1. So heading into tonight, this series, he was 1 for 9. Tonight, Adam Frazier, he ends up going. Obviously, yeah. He ends up going over 1. He had that pinch hit. So he just has not been the guy they thought they were getting. But on the flip side, Dodgers get Max Scherzer and Trey Turner, and they're instantly impact players, and they're a big part of why the Dodgers have turned things around, why this Dodger team is on fire right now. Them and the San Francisco Giants, they're just on an absolutely torrid pace. The Dodgers have won 16 of their last 18 games. Okay, yesterday they should have got credit for 2 wins because of how long that game was. That's what I was thinking. Maybe they should have given like a half game on the Giants or something. But here we go. Let me know down below in the comments who was your how about this? Do the Dodgers let me ask this question. Is Max Scherzer a must extend? Is Max Scherzer a must extend player? I don't care if he's 37, 47. I don't care if he has the Albert Pujols birth certificate that you get on Alvarado Street or whatever. This guy is getting it done at his age, and he's killing the game. So here we go. We got Sub J. Cruz. San Diego sucks, bro. Tatis is not trash. Look, I am Tatis. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Mookie Betts, Mike Trout. I mean, that's the top tier of players in this league. I do think that he is playing for that MVP at this point. But here we go. Nick, we got I love my broom, absolutely the best broom, Leo ZZ Top. We got Chumps Diego. Keep coming with them, guys. I mean, you guys got the most creative dudes, creative people, dudes and ladies in the chat here. You guys always bring it. Sub J. Cruz, San Diego. I wouldn't say Fernando Tatis Jr. isn't trash. I mean, that just couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, I actually do respect the fact that he wants to be on the field by any means necessary, whether it means going to right field where that double by Corey Seager over FTJ's head there in the third, you could just see he doesn't have those outfield instincts that you need to really play outfield at an above-average level. It was a tough play to make regardless, but he just doesn't look natural out there. And to me, I think when it comes to Fernando Tatis Jr., they're delaying the inevitable when it comes to the shoulder surgery that's going to require. And I think that, look, I mean, they're still in the mix. And the thing is with this Padres team is anything can happen. I wouldn't want to play the Reds even as the Dodgers because of how fluky a one game can be in Major League Baseball, but it's not looking good for them. Lev's Hybrid, Padres really suck from Jorge Reina over on YouTube. We got Dodgers South from Aaron. Was good, J. Cruz, Berserkers. San Diego Clippers from Demon Child. San Diego Gone. That's from Dave Hughes over on YouTube. Karma San Diego. That's from L.A. Marquez. Slam Diego once again. Lurking Padres fan. You mad, bro. Diego from Dora the Explorer. Homer Simpson meme. Yeah, exactly. Falling back into them hedges. But Daniel Lawrence, Dodger Stadium South was rocking. Let's go Dodgers. You sound like you want one of these. I got you. Padres really suck. Dodgers Nation fan app. Oh, you're on the app. If you guys have not downloaded the app, for my Android users, my iPhone users, you can get all the Dodgers Nation content in one place. Got these awesome filters where you can have JT's beard or you can have Mad Max's face like from the movie Mad Max. So I would highly recommend that. We need away tees Viva LA. I like that idea. You guys are getting deep with it. Vinyl Solution. Pathetics get swept at home. Scherzer gets a standing O. Dodger Town South. Some broomsticks from the IE from Gilbert. How you doing, Gilbert, over on Facebook? San Diego Padres. I see what you did there. Left the horse in the barns from my man Craig Osterberg. How's it going tonight, Craig, over on YouTube? By the way, how good was Joe Kelly tonight? He's nasty and freezing batters. Yeah, I mean, you saw right there. He just froze. Froze him right at the end there. And that is definitely a positive. It's such an encouraging thing because, look, he goes on the IL, and we never knew about it, what it was, and that basically means it was COVID. So it wasn't anything to do with his arm or anything like that. And I thought that he could pick up where he left off, and you saw that today. And the way he got just he falls back in the count 2-0, and he goes sinker, and then change up. Boom, just freeze them. That was a thing of beauty. Thanks for pointing that out because, look, that will not go unnoticed. Anytime Mariachi Joe Kelly goes out there on the mound, he's just been so solid. You're seeing the strikeout rate is up significantly. The walk rate is down, and the way he can use that heater now, and he's not doing all this junk ball stuff like we saw when it looked like he was dealing with the cyst that was on his shoulder. So look, are we getting 2018 Joe Kelly? Are we getting the guy that we thought we were getting when he signed him to a 3-year, $25 million contract? It's looking that way. And yeah, I mean, let's just be honest. The guy's a vibe. He has he's just the ultimate vibe out there. And people love to watch him pitch in this. He's great in the clubhouse. And he's just such a character. I'm telling you, man, the 2021 LA Dodgers season is the most interesting season I can ever think of. But that's for a different show. But to talk about A.J. Pollock swap, that sounded like an order. And look, I am the man of the fan. I'll give you guys what you want. We will talk some A.J. Pollock, so I'm cool with that. A.J. Pollock hitting the ball hard. He goes 2 for 4 tonight. And he had that triple. I mean, he was hitting that triple tonight that led to a run. Cody Bellinger, he was able to get that sac fly there in the top of the fourth. So he tripled on that splitter to center, and then belly first pitch swinging. He had a sac fly to score Poyo, making it 4-0 Dodgers. And A.J. Pollock, he has been absolutely outstanding Look, you guys know I've been doing this show for a hot minute now, and I can think of the times when we were pretty down on A.J. Pollock. And look, I mean, I'm not faulting because for you for doing that because, look, there were some injuries. You saw what happened in the 2019 NLDS, 11 strikeouts and 13 at-bats. Last year, I mean, he has a sub-600 OPS with the Dodgers in the postseason. But like he said the other day, he has grown as a hitter. He's seeing the ball better. He's just so much more comfortable out there on the plate, and he is a Gold Glove winning outfielder. You saw that when he stole Manny Machado's lunch money, and you saw him. He looked like he was about to cry. It looked like he needed a Tio Albert hug there with the way he was looking. And like I said, he has been one of the very best hitters in Major League Baseball for months now. He last night he got that 2-run home run in the 16th inning, and that was the game winner. So he had basically the game-saving home run because look, I'm saying like it's something that really significantly altered the game. You can't call it a game-saving home run, but it's a catch that changes that game, the complexion of that game, in a significant way to the point where the Dodgers, they don't have to face that deficit, and they're able to find a way to win that one. And then yesterday in the 16th, he hits that bomb, and that proved to be the game winner. And since the All-Star break, since the NL All-Star break, A.J. Pollock, I got to do this on the fly. But A.J. Pollock is right. So since the All-Star break, A.J. Pollock's hitting 355 since the All-Star break. I mean, that is second highest in Major League Baseball. That's 48 for 135 is A.J. Pollock. He's been an absolute stud this year. Last year, he actually had a sneaky breakout season, and a lot of people might not realize this. I know you guys do because you're hardcores, but some people might not realize if you say who had the team lead in home runs last year, he was tied with Mookie Betts with 16 bombs last season. So, yeah, I mean, when you see what he's been able to accomplish this season, it's really fantastic. And like I said, last year he put up an 881 OPS. He was really had a breakout season, 16 home runs, and look at this. Last year he had the same amount of home runs and doubles as Mookie Betts, 16 home runs, and those 9 doubles. So yeah, he was fantastic this season. Last season, he really came along, and this year you're seeing him take it to a whole nother level. But Stephen Toe, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate you. 999 hooking it up. Please give Dave Roberts some love. Managed hell of a series this week. Stephen Toe, not only what has he done tactically on the field, like I said, look, the thing about Dave Roberts, one thing you have to respect is he does own up to his mistakes when it's apparent. You saw on Sunday with the send sign and Cody Bellinger, he gets caught up in a run that really could have led to the Dodgers tying that game on Sunday against the Mets, but unfortunately they didn't, and they ended up losing the game. Well, yeah, he really was in his bag this entire series. He pushed all the right buttons, not only from what he did with putting look at yesterday. I mean, with having Pujols hit first, and McKinney, he ends up getting that big hit. And then also how he managed the pitching staff, the bullpen. Look, he did a really nice job. And also, there's the motivation. There's the intangible benefits that he brings, and you see that on the field with his buy-in. Look, you got a guy like Cody Bellinger, guys down this lineup, A.J. Pollocks, the Chris Taylors. These are all players that for 90% plus of this league, they're batting in the 3, 4, and 5 spots. With the Dodgers, they're saying, hey, this team is loaded with talent. We need to spread this wealth. We need to plug guys in certain spots to give ourselves the best chance to win because of all the talent that's on this team, and guys buy in. And that, to me, is the thing he does best. He gets guys to buy in. He gets guys to stay even keel and not ride that roller coaster of a season as much. And he's got the Dodgers right in the mix to win the NL West. And they're creeping up on the Giants. We just need the Giants to hit a little cold streak and the Dodgers to continue this. But here we go. He is hurt. San de Hack sweep. Okay, Craig, going crazy with that. I like it. Joseph Megazzeni. Look at Tug with the that's some real inside baseball. Joseph Megazzeni, I let that one slip. I'm going to have to change my I'm going to have to go to the witness protection program or something like that. A little nervous, I'm not going to lie. Here we go. Daniel, Tatis is losing the MVP. Give it to a real player like Javi Baez. You just blew my mind with that. Diane Schroeder, hey there, D-Mac. Hello from the middle of the Caribbean. Wow, Diane Schroeder, you know, you're always rocking with us, but your dedication, your loyalty, you're like the Dodger fans out there tonight who gave Max Scherzer the standing ovation. I appreciate you. Enjoy your vacation, I presume. So good, nice to have you, and I know you're excited. Max still throws 96, 97 miles per hour. Yeah, the velo is still there. If you look at his average velo, over 95 miles per hour, it's consistent with what it was 10 years ago. And then, of course, when it comes to the way he attacks hitters, I mean, he's just a fierce competitor out there. You have to admit, I mean, watching Mad Max pitch is something special. And one thing that really sticks out from what Oral Hershiser said today is when he goes into a room, everyone knows he's there. He's on that level of legend. I think there's a lot of terms, and look, I'm guilty of this too. I throw out terms all the time. I call you guys the GOAT and the legends, but a lot of people just throw out these terms a little too lightly these days. But with guys like Max Scherzer, that is a fitting way to describe them. They are GOATs. They are legends. And he's one of the pitchers of this generation, along with Clayton Kershaw. And I guess we're going to call Justin Verlander, but how about no? So, yeah, I mean, he's pitching so well. I think a team's going to give him a bag, but wants to be on the West Coast. And I think he likes what he sees with Los Angeles. Look at the success that he's had in L.A. He just fit right in seamlessly. He's gotten the job done tonight. One of the best pitching performances of the year of any Dodger. You got to put that up there with some of Walker Buehler's or Julio Urias's earlier in the season with the 11 punch-out game. So, I mean, he's been absolutely fantastic, and I can't really say enough about Max Scherzer. And I just think the whole don't effing touch me thing, it just cracks me up, man. It just cracks me up because, like, most players you might get annoyed, like, oh, like, why are you taking yourself too seriously? But no, when you get that legendary status, you just roll with it. I mean, it's work for him, and yeah, he's fantastic. But let's get more of this comment section. But shut out Diego. I like that from Mike818 over on YouTube. Jorge, thanks, bro. Soul Bro, go Dodgers from Portland, the 503. Joe Bennett over on Facebook. Doug, Max Muncy is 2 for 28 these past 8 games. We need him and Cody to turn it around. Joe Bennett, that has not gone unnoticed by me. Max Muncy has definitely found a little cold spell. And look, it's not because he's up late at night, because he's a dad. It happens, and he's had such a fantastic season. A guy that I'm pretty sure he has those escalators in there where, depending on how he finishes, he might get a nice little bonus if he finishes in that top 5 for the MVP. Maybe he's pressing a little bit with that. But look, and you're still seeing the home runs, which is good. I mean, last 13 games, he's still tied for the team lead in home runs. He still has an .819 OPS over his last 13 games. But you're starting to see the strikeouts increase and the walks decrease, and you don't want to see that with Max Muncy, because one of the things that makes him so special and separates him from other sluggers is that on-base percentage, and is the fact that he has that great eye at the plate. And look, he's a guy that he's batting that 2-hole. That's where they're liking him in that spot. And I kind of like giving him a nice little breather today, especially considering how long that game is. Look, anytime you have a kid, not that I've ever had one, but you could tell a lot of stress. But looking at his numbers heading into today, still without playing today after yesterday's game, I should say, he has a 152 OPS plus a 929 OPS. So he's right in the mix, 28 home runs, and he's a guy that can really get out of a slump very, very quickly. But yeah, it hasn't gone unnoticed for sure. Where are all the Padres fans that are usually in this podcast? Robert Rocha, that's a good question, because they are hiding down in at the gas lamp. I don't know what they're doing. They're probably honestly buying Dodgers jerseys. I bet you they are. I bet you they're on Fanatics, or they're probably at GearUp.LA buying the freshest Dodgers gear in the game over at GearUp.LA. That's probably what they're doing at the moment, because, look, I mean, that was just kind of a sad sight to see. One of the things I thought that, look, maybe they have something real out there, but Padres looking like Ray Charles swinging at piñatas. Anthony Madrid, look, man, you need to stop. You're killing me. Anthony Keene, Joe Kelly, and Pollo Loco were late bloomers in Dodger Blue. Anthony Keene's a fantastic take, and right in that same class of players from Andrew Friedman. And look, those are two players too that they dealt with kind of sneaky injuries. They're not ones that are real apparent on the field. AJ Pollock had that elbow injury, little staph infection situation, and then Joe Kelly. The thing I will say about Joe Kelly, I love the way he gutted out last. First of all, I mean, Joe Kelly, what did he do with the Astros? Says all you need to say. But you also have the was able to get the Dodgers out of that jam when Kenley Jansen couldn't shut the door in Game 2. Did those junk ball pitches to get past Tatis Jr. Machado, to get to Hosmer, to get that ground ball out, to get the Dodgers out of it. So he was still a positive impact, but we need him to go out there and be a high leverage guy, and that's what he looks like he is this year. But I agree with you 100%. Mike M, D-Mac, what's up? What up, Mike M? AJ's on fire. That's from Sports Cards, Report Cards. AJ rocks. Eric Quizeta, yeah, he has a crazy opt-out thing, too. If he has enough plate appearances last couple years, something like that. I got to look into that. But one of the greatest contracts in the league, and everyone thought, that 5-year, $60 million deal was, the Dodgers. I remember that off season, people talking about, Puig and bringing in AJ Pollock and this and that. But Deborah Young, you are a AJ Pollock day one. So yeah, you're loving this right now, and I just hope that he continues to. I hope this success continues for the rest of the season and into the postseason. Because look, as a right-handed bat, he's just hitting the ball, seeing the ball well, and he can get you big hits. And last night, really, this series really was his signature series. That was what I've been saying this whole year. I mean, he's had his good games, but we had that game against the Giants. Oh wait, one second here, lost my comments. But this was his real signature series, and we're always going to remember that catch and that home run because, look, 16-inning game, the first one since they had the runner on second roll. But AJ's been playing really good lately. We got Braves should help us this next series to get closer to the Giants. That is the hope, Claudia and Raul Figueroa over on Facebook. Trust AJ, Blue Magic. AJ catches define the series sweep. Yeah, that is going to be the play we're going to remember. Along with that home run last night, too, that was so massive as well. I never hated him. Pollo has been loco since the All-Star break. Pollo is a beast. AJ rocking it. Mike M, 355. Come on, fire. Let's go, AJ. Terry Lear, Dodgers suck. I strongly disagree with you. Diane Shooter, SmackDown of the show pods is complete. That's what I'm talking about. Shut it, Terry. Perfect for a contract year. Yeah, it's another thing, too. Look, a lot of these guys, they call – kind of the nickname in the clubhouse for Chris Taylor is they call him Paper Chaser. And make no mistake about it, when guys are in their platform seasons, the urgency is there. They want to head into free agency and give themselves the best opportunity to make money and sign long-term deals. And, yes, I know you want to play for the love of the game, and you should always give your best effort. But, look, that's not how the human mind works, especially when it comes to these big leaguers. And money is a very motivating factor, but I think these guys, their biggest motivating factor is to win that World Series and to get back and have a parade and win with fans in the stands and have the champagne and all the good stuff that comes with having a World Series championship without a global pandemic simultaneously. And I think this team has their pedal to the metal, and they are on their way to really making things interesting for the San Francisco Giants. And they're hot on their heels. They're gaining ground. And if you look at last week, they went from 4 games down to 2.5 games. This week, we'll see how that number looks, and I do think it will be less than 2.5 by the end of this week. Mookie's back, lost at San Diego. I like that one. Dodger, I like that one. If only, here we go. Eddie Ramirez, if only Trevor Bauer hadn't got in trouble, we wouldn't have the ultimate super team. The thing is, though, if they didn't, they would have traded for Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer is not even in the same conversation with Trevor Bauer. Especially, Trevor Bauer without sticky stuff is not in the conversation with Max Scherzer. They're not even, you wouldn't even have that conversation. He's not an elite pitcher like that without the sticky stuff. And if you just look at his numbers since the crackdown, his ERA was just under 4. He was still pretty solid, but telling you, Max Scherzer is on a completely other tier than Trevor Bauer. So in the long run, the Dodgers pitching staff with guys like Max Scherzer and Clayton Kershaw, Walker Buehler, and Julio Urias, that is a very, very, that's a fearsome foursome if I've ever heard of one. And to me, it's right up there with some of the best pitching staffs I've ever seen in Dodger Blue. So here we go. We got, get down this comment section. Terry Lear, I don't know who that is. Smash that like button from Rusty Nail. Padres still suck. San Diego Clubhouse. Hey, Doug, you think CT3 is slumping Daniel Lopez? He's going through a little slump. He's hitting a little above 250 for the month of August, something in that range. But he's another guy, too, that He had a chance to make that catch yesterday, but yeah, he's a guy that he's had a fantastic season, and the Dodgers, his versatility, plays up. And look, he had the home run on Saturday as well. So, hey, where's DJ Pierre? He's on the Texas Rangers. Hannibal Lecter, sub Doug. The Padre fans are celebrating the Dodgers leaving San Diego. Hannibal Lecter, that is hilarious. Dodgers are a disgrace from Terry Lear. How do you feel about the Dodgers free agency signings next season to bring onto the team? Junior, we'll cross that bridge. You guys know I spend the whole offseason pretty much on that stuff. But I'm really focused on this year's team and trying to get another World Series, the Dodgers' 8th World Series title. I'm trying to go back-to-back for the first time in the National League since the 1976 Cincinnati Big Red Machine Reds. Here we go. Chris Carta, you are in. How many years do you think we will sign Kershaw for, Eddie R? I think that just depends on, one, Clayton Kershaw, how much longer he wants to play. Two, how comfortable are the Dodgers with Clayton Kershaw? And to me, I think you will definitely see some work past due money in that deal. But I don't think that Clayton Kershaw is a guy, he's made all the money in the world. He's a guy that he lives modest when you consider how much money he does make. And I think he's a guy that will ultimately sign for a 2-year deal with an option of some sort. And it'll be a big, it could be like a little farewell. I don't think he wants the farewell tour, but at some point you're gonna have to sense it, and we're gonna have to give him his roses because the guy's an absolute legend. To me, he's right in the mix as a Mount Rushmore Dodger, and I think he has a couple more really, really quality postseason runs in him. And look, that slider is unbelievable. He's throwing it over 47% of the time. It's an absolute weapon, and he doesn't rely on that velocity. So even though there is a dip in it, he's been so effective with that slider, almost makes up for it. And as long as he's commanding his spots, he's still elite when it comes to not walking guys. And strikeout percentage is right up there too, close to 30%. So I feel really good about Clayton Kershaw as a weapon this season. I don't think enough people are talking about getting him back and having him fresh for that stretch run. I think it's going to be a really big year for Kershaw. As far as, I just love the fact that with Max Scherzer and with Walker Buehler, with Julio Urias taking a leap, there isn't that pressure on him to be that number one guy, to be that ace of the staff, to carry this team on his back, which he did for so many years. He can go in there and just be solid and give the Dodgers what they need, and that's all they ask for him is go out there, give him 6 quality innings, and the bullpen and this offense will pick him up and take care of the rest. So we got what's up, D-Mac? What's up, OG? What up, Belly needs a vacation. He's in his own head, Gary A. Yeah, I mean, look, you guys know that, I'm high on Belly's defense. I'm high on him when, I'm not high as him, but, no, with the way he, last 30 days, Cody Bellinger, last 25 games, he has a 606 OPS. That's not good, right? Well below league average. And then if you look at Cody Bellinger in his last 6 games, he's hitting 130 with a 255 OPS. He's 3 for his last 23. And I think ultimately this will work itself out. If you continue to struggle to this extent, you are going to see Chris Taylor in center field. You will see A.J. Pollock in left field, of course, robbing home runs from Manny Machado. And then you will see, of course, Marcus Lynn Betts, Mr. MLB Mookie Betts in right field as well. So you got to just trust that this stuff will work out. And you also got to hope that guys avoid injuries because you just never know who's going to be available from one day to the next. But I think the Dodgers are kind of running into some good luck when it comes to that. Doug, do you think Walker Buehler will win the Cy Young? Joe Bennett. I did a whole vid on that over on the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. He's definitely in the mix. He's definitely in the mix. He's him and Wheeler were, trading places as far as who's the betting favorite. But yeah, I mean, I think that one thing about Walker Buehler down the stretch is there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on the Dodgers as this NL West race continues, and those are a lot of showcase games, and people are going to be paying attention. And if he continues to go out there and give the Dodgers quality, which he has in every start but one this year, and really that wasn't even a bad start at all. He just didn't make it into the 6th inning. But last night, I mean, he was fantastic again, and he's really, he's getting close to, I don't want to say he's peaking, but man, last night goes 6 2/3, had 8 punch outs, and I think one thing that really sticks out with me when it comes to Walker Buehler is how effective he is and how would you ever think that Buehler would have a 2 he's first in the league in ERA at 2.02, he's second in WHIP at 0.92, he's tied for 5th in punch outs, he's third when it comes to wins at 13-2, and he's just been outstanding all season long, and he's been the rock of this Dodgers rotation. You had Clayton Kershaw miss significant time. You had Julio Urias miss a little time and was a little rocky there for a minute. He really has been wire to wire one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball, and he's been exactly what this Dodgers team needed, especially with the turmoil of their $40+ million man going out in the middle of the season. So I think that when you look at the narrative of it too, that's something that helps Walker Buehler, and the fact that his team is a team that is vying for best record in Major League Baseball. So to me, my money's on Butane. He's going to be a Cy Young, I think. How about Urias setting the standard in the first game of the Sweet Blue Magic? Look, Urias, I think that doesn't go unnoticed by me. I mean, this is it's not really a series podcast, but or live stream, but we can talk about whatever you want. And yeah, you guys know I call him the Urias. You know that Julio Urias is fantastic, and yeah, him along with AJ Pollock, they led the Dodgers to that big win. On Tuesday, that 5-2 win, and he was outstanding. AJ Pollock, Urias, he goes 5 innings, has the 4 strikeouts, but just gives up just 1 hit, 74 pitches, and you kind of ease him back. And I think that what really stood out is that he had been one of his worst starts, his worst start of the year was in San Diego. And for him to go in there, maybe gave up the home run to Cronenworth, gave up the home run to Machado, back on June 21st, he went just 4 innings, gave up 6 earned runs, had 5 punch-outs and 4 walks. So I think what really stood out with Urias was he was hitting his spots. He was dotting it. He was filthy with that slurve. You saw when he got Cronenworth on that slurve, it just caught the bottom of the zone right there. And when he's hitting that pitch, he's so effective, and I think he just continues to blossom and continues to grow as a pitcher. But Brian Gax, what up? Do you think Cody Bellinger is trying to force things, Fredo? I wouldn't say he's trying to force things. I think that when it comes to Cody Bellinger, you're seeing him. Look, I mean, they're attacking him where they've attacked him for years now, essentially, with that high fastball. And so it's really a timing thing. I mean, you see he's late at times, and he's swinging underneath the ball. But I wouldn't say he's forcing it per se. I do think that there's some physical issues there. I mean, to think that he's 100% with his shoulder is just unrealistic. We saw with Adrian Gonzalez and Matt Kemp. It takes longer than a few months to overcome that. And then you had the fact that he had a hairline fracture in his leg. So to me, I look at it this way. If he does not hurt his leg and miss that much time, would he still be struggling to this extent? Would he be a player that's under the Mendoza line for that long? I just don't know. I mean, he broke his leg, on the fourth game of the season against the Oakland A's, and Raymond Goudouin cleated him. We all thought it was nothing, not a big deal, but it turned out that he missed significant time. So I wouldn't say he's forcing it. I do think that sometimes he's inconsistent at the plate. Sometimes some at bats you see his strike zone awareness isn't where you want it to be. But you're seeing tonight, I think, going up there and just doing his job, playing a role, not going in there and being that cleanup hitter that is relied upon to give you 30-plus jacks a season. I think this year for Cody Bellinger, for the remainder of this season, it's just finding any way he can to help this team, and hopefully he will get hot and get more comfortable out there on the plate. And in the event that there are any injuries or that Chris Taylor, AJ Pollock hit a slump and there's a pitching matchup that you want to go with, then you see him in there. But he's a guy that has a lot of tools that can help this team. Don't underestimate defense. I keep harping that. If you're happy and you know it, clap your cheeks. Ray, what are you doing? Here we go. What should Cody do? All right. By the way, does it feel like the team is getting into postseason mindset already? Winning that 16-inning game felt like a postseason game. I mean, to me, I feel like these felt like postseason games for weeks. But definitely, this team, they want to win the division. There's too much talent, too much invested in this team. I don't think a lot of people are talking about the fact that this could be a last dance for a lot of these guys with Clayton Kershaw, Corey Seager, and Chris Taylor hitting free agency. Who knows what happens with Albert Pujols? So it's not like this core is locked up for years and they're in their prime. So I think that this team just wants to avoid that wild card game at all costs. They want to head into that NLDS. They want to continue this division streak, and they want to extend it to 9 seasons. They don't want to see that go by the wayside either. But man, his timing is off. Yeah, exactly. Jose Rod, as much as I criticize Doc, his double intentional walks to get Tingler to use his bench was stellar. Look, that's all I ask for. Look, I mean, you guys know I'm not some Doc defender, right? My name's not Doug Roberts. I'm not his nephew or his son or anything like that. I keep it real with Dave Roberts. If he makes a mistake, if he does something that I don't agree on, I kind of call him out. But if he does something well, or and I do think just as a whole, I want him to be the Dodgers manager. I'm not a guy who thinks he should be replaced. I just like to call it like I see it, give him credit when credit's due, and call him out when he deserves to be called out. But his shoulder isn't 100%. We got Cody Can't hit a fastball right now from Samuel Kim. How do you feel about Kike coming back if he does after his contract in Boston? I just don't see him coming back. I mean, I just think that's a chapter. That's a chapter for the Dodgers. He's a guy that, look, Kike Hernandez wants 500 plate appearances. He wants to be locked into a role, and that's just not how they do it with players like Kike Hernandez in L.A., and he's aware of that. And I think that, look, he went into last season knowing it was going to be his last year. It was his last year. I just don't see him back, but, hey, I root for the banana every chance I get. Strider, hear you. D-Mag, is it just me, or is Max Muncy and CT3 having a rough month of August? Well, yeah, I mean, look, the strikeout's a little up. The strikeout's a little up for Chris Taylor during the month of August, and yeah, I mean, he's not hitting like he was in May, June, July. I'll tell you that much. But here, you want to give you his numbers for the month of August? I can do that right over here. Let's see. For the month of August, Chris Taylor heading into tonight, he was hitting 256 with a 713 OPS. In July, he had a 988 OPS. But look, in June, he was actually struggling at a 705 OPS, and he was good in May. So if you look at CT3, he had a really good May. He had a pretty down June, a really good July, he's had a pretty whatever August. Then you look at the end of August into September, he's due to come out again and catch fire and catch a hot streak. So I think Chris Taylor will figure it out. Now, as far as Max Muncy goes, he's a guy that Max Muncy, when he's, the one thing you can count on Max Muncy is he's usually going to get, like, even if he's struggling, you're going to get the occasional dinger. For the month of August, though, he's hitting 184 with a 753 OPS. He does have those 6 home runs. Now, in July, he had 5 home runs. So the home runs are still there. The batting average is down. But he's another guy that I have full confidence that he'll find it. He'll find that swing again. He'll start swinging a hot bat before you know it. But you're right. Chris Taylor and Max Muncy are slumping at the moment based on the seasons they've had, right? And look, the good thing is the Dodgers have so much depth, so much talent. That's one of the reasons why they won last night. And they have other guys like Corey Seager and Trey Turner, who's been outstanding. So you just don't want to have all your guys slumping at the same time. And I think a lot of these guys, it's the dog days of August. The Dodgers went through a stretch where they played 22 games in 23 days, yet they're still able to win so many games. They won 16 of 18. So we got to break down this game a little bit, guys. What time is it? 48. But let's get in the mix. Got to give Dave Roberts his props. Stop with the firing talk. Yeah. How could Chris, Clay, Corey leave a good team with a chance to make the World Series almost each year? Money talks, let's say that much, and players want a certain role. And Corey Seager, for the most part, based on things that I've heard, he was adamant that he wants to play the shortstop position. And Trey Turner, he is a shortstop, and when you're a shortstop, it's not just that you want that position, it's that you want that shortstop money, right? There's a reason why you have double the amount of chances. Your chances increase by twofold if you're a shortstop when it comes to making the Hall of Fame, because it's a premium position. It is a glamour spot in Major League Baseball. And Trey Turner and Corey Seager both want to be the Dodgers shortstop. Well, I don't know what Trey Turner wants to do, but he wants to be a shortstop in general. But he does look like he is comfortable in L.A. Why do you guys saying this clap your cheeks thing? Spank Diego. Good Lord, I hope the Braves beat up on San Fran. They need some losses. Amen, Deborah Young. I love you, Doug. Thanks for all the amazing content. Thanks, Goat. Yachty, appreciate you. When does the Padres fire sale start? Yeah, I mean, the Preller seller. It's going to be Punt Diego at some point. Who knows? But, Max Scherzer, outstanding. Went 42% four-seam, 21% slider. Had the changeup, had the curveball, had the cutter groove in. 104 pitches for Max Scherzer today. 17 swings and misses. And, it's just special, man. You don't know how much longer. Is he a rental? I think that, you would hope not, but I'm just going to savor every moment that he pitches as a Dodger, I'll tell you that much. Machado coming back. I hope we find a way to keep Corey and Trey. Hey, man, Gabriella Cohen, it's possible. The money's this team is very financially stable. Let's just put it like that. Just a matter of how they divvy that. Time to the recap. Okay, you want to hear it? Machado's a joke. So, bottom of the first inning, Machado struck out, swing on a fastball up. Then Cronenworth struck out, swing on 3 pitches, 2 outs. This is a nice. That's how you knew he was on. Early on, just the fastball, the cutter, low and away, gets him swing, and then a tough 9-pitch battle with Fernando Tatis Jr. He gets him swing with a slider low and away for the 3rd out. So the punch outs were there, 5 swings and misses there in that first inning. And then the bottom of the 2nd innings, jump to that. Pham grounded out for the 1st out. Grisham grounded to 2nd for the 2nd out. And then Profar, he flied to right for the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 inning on 8 pitches for Max Scherzer. And then the top of the 3rd inning. This is where the Dodgers did most of their damage offensively. Billy McKinney draws a walk to give the Dodgers their first base runner of the night. And B-Mac, he was in an 0-2 hole before Darvish threw 4 straight balls. So a nice at-bat by Billy McKinney to get things going for this Dodgers offense. And then Austin Barnes, he hits a Darvish cement mixer to left center to make it 2-0 Dodgers, his 5th home run of the year. And I thought that was special. For him to hit a home run right in front of his son, who's in the other dugout, Blake Snell, I thought that was a special moment for the Dodgers tonight and Austin Barnes. You know he was excited for that. And then Max Scherzer, he strikes out. So, man, he's getting close to that record there by Chin. So hopefully he can find a way to get a hit, but it doesn't matter if you pitch the way he is. Then on the 7th pitch of the at-bat, Trey Turner, he rips a double. He rips a double to left. He cranked that Darvish cutter. So Darvish just was not effective with that cutter tonight. Left it hanging, left it middle, center cut throughout the night. Dodger hitters were taking advantage. Then Corey Seager, he doubled over Fernando Tatis Jr.'s head and right. Not a very well-played ball by FTJ. That scores Turner to make it 3-0 Dodgers. And then Mookie Betts, he struck out swinging. And then JT, he popped to short. So Dodgers get 3 big ones. They score first. They put up that crooked number early. And that is what you want to see for this Dodger team. Because when they score first, lots and lots of success on the season. And for them to score 3 early in that game to give Max Scherzer that lead and sort of put the pressure on you, Darvish, that's what you love. So the Dodgers now on the season, they're 60-18 when they strike first blood. And then jump to the top of the 4th. A.J. Pollock, he tripled on that splitter to center. Bellinger, first pitch, hits that sac fly. That makes it 4-0 Dodgers. And that was all they needed tonight because Max Scherzer was outstanding. But head some more of it. Let's go to the comment section. I get free jumbo jacks even when the Dodgers don't play the night before. Yankees take the lead. Oakland. Wow, man. Yankees, man. AC. D-Mac, do you think Scherzer's energy on the field pumps up the team? AC, I love this question because, look, man, we're in the analytics age, right? WAR, WOBA, BOBA. I love BOBA. I had one today, mango one. And look, you just never know. Sometimes I feel like sometimes intangibles get lost. And he's a guy, there's an aura to him. There's a different energy on the mound, just like there is when it's Walker Buehler, just like there is when it's Clayton Kershaw, even Urias these days. And I think guys want to go out there and play their best baseball. And I definitely think it fires up the team because there is an intensity on the mound when he's on the mound. They call him Mad Max for a reason. And to answer your question, yes. Nope, stop saying that, D-Mac. I don't want to be the next Cubs. Wait, what'd I say? Please remind me. Finish him. You want one of those?
Finish him.
Jumbo Jack is worth 10 cents. Hey, man. Jumbo Jacks. I don't even know. Are they even that fire? Guess the Yetting pitching coach didn't do anything. Yeah, Carlos. You're right. Jose Rod, Bellinger constant batting stance changes the issue, Frank. I do think, look, there is some tinkering. I don't think, like I said, sometimes his swing looks like, he's a blindfolded giraffe on skates, right? Or he's an octopus falling out of the top story of the Empire State Building or something like that. But the point is, sometimes it does look out of sync. And I think that when it comes to Cody Bellinger, finding a consistent stance and pairing that with just his swing mechanics, is going to help him in the long run. I do think that there is a mental component with Cody Bellinger, but to me, I think really what it comes to is there is just a little lack of that explosion. Look, bottom line is the Dodgers, they have the talent that his success is not going to make or break the Dodgers, but you want to see a Cody Bellinger that's out there helping this team. I mean, I'd take 2020. I'd take postseason Cody Bellinger at this point, but baseball, especially when you're coming back to a 162-game season, coming off an invasive surgery like that on his shoulder, that's not all the problem. It's just something that is contributing to it. But look, he's out there, he's battling, man. He had some without Cody Bellinger, they don't win that extra innings game against the New York Mets. He had that key double. It's not like he hasn't had any big moments. He had a really big game against the Phillies. He hit some jacks. So just stick with him, and I have faith. But Sergio Torres, what up, D-Mac? Our Dodgers are taking it all the way. Watch out, Dodgers, coming in with the great positive Dodger energy. I like that. You drink you see the Michelada half full. D-Mac, Cody Bellinger must learn how to bend his knees. He stands too tall. That's something that I've talked to people about too. I mean, that straight up stance, it seems like it limits him, and it kind of allows his problem areas to be exposed a little too much. And the thing is with that is, look, when he's on, it's the prodigious power, right? It's belly bombs. I mean, he has a home run, catchphrase attached to him. So I agree with you. It's something that I would kind of want to hear some what the hitting coaches have to say about that. But bottom line is, he's a guy that can find a groove. Puig is playing at the Mexican League. We got the shoulder is a problem, but so is his stance. I would like Cody to bend his knees a little bit. There we go. Robert said Cody should take something off and just try to make contact. Look, a lot of hitting coaches will tell you, don't go out there and hit a home run. Go out there and try to line out 4 times, even if it goes into someone's glove. You go out there, you make quality contact, you line out 4 times, and then sometimes those are going to find grass, and you're going to find some holes, and you're going to just kind of have something to build upon. That's kind of would be probably my recommendation for Cody Bellinger. But look, tonight he did contribute, man. He did have that sac fly. 4-0 is very different than 3-0. I know you know that. So look, man, you can't say the guy's not out there, grinding. And he got the single yesterday in extra innings. So D-Mac, which rotation spot do you think Kershaw will take when he comes back? I think you'll see him in the 3 spot for sure. I think middle rotation behind Buehler and Scherzer, but I wouldn't have an issue with Urias taking that spot either. I think sometimes based on where you are in the rotation, sometimes that number 4 starter can be as valuable as that number 3 starter. So we'll see. Here we go. We need a Mickey Hatcher, the best Dodger ever. Hey, man, I like that. Man, he's still running around the bases all fast. The Dodgers post-game show. Yep, I am gone. So thanks for rocking with us, guys. Another win and another happy post-game show for you guys. We've had some ups and downs this season, but thanks for rocking with us. We'll be back on Sunday, and hopefully the Dodgers will be inching closer and closer to first place. Hopefully they'll be in first place. Who knows, right? Dream big. But thanks for rocking with us. You guys are the best fans in the game. You know that. And you know where to find me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. Here it is right here. My man Eddie hooked it up with that. Go to gearup.la. This is one of my favorite shirts. It's like the Kirk Gibson before he hits the home run at Dodger Stadium. Then also, if you have not yet, subscribe to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. Get merched up at gearup.la. Download the fan app for my Android and iPhone users. But you know how we get down here at the very end. Let's get some of these hot takes. Give me your hottest Dodger take at the end. Have a good night, DMAC Doom_Sal. Padres suck. Thanks for another great one, DMAC. Thanks, my man Anthony Kane. Dodgers LFG. Thanks, Doug. Take it easy. Be safe. Good show. Keep it up. Thanks, Sco. Yeah, man. Best post-game show. Moose, appreciate you. Smash that like button for DMAC and show him some love. Thanks a lot, Diane Shooter. Have fun on your vacation in the Caribbean. Go grab Pacifico AC. Hey, man. All right, guys. Well, thanks for rocking with us. Dodgers get the win. Big night for Max. We'll end on this, how sweep it is. But yeah, man, thanks a lot, guys. Dodgers are running it back. But see you guys next time. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger Baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery, a Tatis score. Will Smith. This is what an ace looks like.
And tag out is Riley, a double play.